Adding a drop-down to a form is easy. Click on an empty cell. Next, click on the Select icon to add a drop-down to this field. Next, you need to populate the drop-down. Click on the field. Click on the arrow that appears and select Add Drop-Down from Wizard. This will open the Dropdown Wizard. Here you can either choose an already existing drop-down or create a new one. Let's add a drop-down called Countries. Choose whether it will be a text, integer, decimal, or date/time field. The Depends On option is used to show dependency of one drop-down on another. For example, a list of cities in the United Kingdom will be dependent on the Countries field. We will discuss this later on in the video. Click Next. Click Add to insert items. Let's add 5 countries to this list. You can click under the Position tab to select any row. You can remove a row. You can also change the sequence by moving them up or down. Click Next to save your list. You can now see the drop-down you just created. At this point, you might want the option to pick one country and show a list of cities under it. Add a second drop-down and open the Dropdown Wizard. This time, click Depends On and choose your country's drop-down. You are confirming that the city's drop-down is dependent on a country being picked from the first one. Add an item to the list. You can now add a city and choose which country this item depends on. For example, add London and choose UK as the country. Add your cities and click Next to save your drop-down list. Test your drop-down by selecting a country. Let's choose UK. You will now be able to see a list of cities in the second drop-down. This is the same list that you just created, dependent on country. These are the cities you chose as dependent on UK from the list. The drop-downs you just created can be edited via the Drop-Downs and Checklist tile on your home screen. For example, you can add more countries or more cities using the tile. The drop-down controls in all forms will automatically be populated with the new countries and cities. You are now ready to make basic drop-downs as well as more complicated ones with dependencies.